The University of Oregon is located in Eugene, a city of 80,000 people, situated in the lush Willamette River Valley, midway between Cascade Mountains and the Pacific Ocean.
Touchdown! Stewart! Yeah, I got your speed right here.
Hey, ball corner 10, outside 5. Are you kidding me?
I'm really proud of where this team's at. We got a lot of work to do.
What's the deal, Duck family? I am Kenjon Bonner, literally alongside Jay Stu, and we want to welcome you to another episode of The Ducks of a Feather, coming live from the city of Eugene. Not only in the city of Eugene, but as you can see from the backdrop, we are in Autzen Stadium. Listen, I would love to see what this game looked like or will look like at nighttime.
Yeah. It would be nice to see what it looks like at nighttime.
You know, night is just such a beautiful time.
It is. You know, you get to see the lights. Sometimes you get to see the sunset. But, this game's being played at what time?
12:30. But sometimes, one of my favorite songs is by Phil Collins. Huh. And in that song, he says, I can feel it coming in the air tonight, if only, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, we digress. You know what we like to do. Mm-hmm. My guy, how we doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. You know, we back here in Eugene.
Yes, we are.
It's a beautiful day, actually.
Do y'all see this backdrop?
This is amazing.
Huh?
We're at a perfect time of the year, too, where the leaves are changing. It's fall. You got the yellow, the orange. I don't know about you, but when I was here, I didn't care about none of that.
I didn't give a... Listen.
But the older you get, the more you appreciate.
You start to appreciate the finer things in life. Man. And one of the finest things about the lives that we've been able to live is actually being here in this city.
Yeah.
And now as grown men being able to appreciate the beauty that is nature.
Yeah, man. The mountains, the hills, the trees, the birds.
Yeah, man.
The animals, the nature.
All of it.
All of it.
I was on a run this morning and I seen a dead nutrient.
So explain what happened.
I don't know what happened. It was bad though. I know my dude got hit by something. I don't know why I went there.
Hey man, that's part of the circle of life is what you're saying. And what you're saying is, we got USC this week.
A dead nutrient.
But a dead nutrient is what we gonna expect out of these Trojans, huh?
Yeah, man. Listen, you said something before we dive into the Trojans, right? You said something about the leaves changing, right? And I became a huge fan of a very particular show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say the name. I'm gonna see if you can guess it. But in that show, when the season started to change and the leaves started to change color, they would say, "Winter's coming."
Oh yeah. With the dragons and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey man, y'all look.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Dang.
I ain't looked, I ain't seen it, I ain't heard it, I ain't talked about it in so long, but it was actually one of my favorite shows. The ending.
Fire.
The ending.
Broke my heart. It was weak.
Broke my heart. It was weak. It should have been a little bit more like.
I thought the family was going to be able to come back together.
It was almost like they ran out of money when they was doing that show or something.
They spent a lot of it.
They spent a lot of it on some scenes. They should have went bankrupt with it.
Game of Thrones, amazing. House of Dragon, amazing.
See, I haven't even tapped into House of Dragon.
Really?
Yet. No.
Where are we going right now? I don't know where we're going. But yeah.
We are here in Eugene, you're basically saying that the fall leaves.
Winter is
coming. And it's going to get cold here real quick.
Yeah, and winter's coming from them Trojans down south. And that's coming Saturday, 12:30. Winter will be here. And your house will fall. But let's you know how fast I can go.
Yeah,
right?
we can go into anything real quick.
Too quick. Go zero. Call us Drizzy Drake. 0 to 100 real quick. But listen, you got the Trojans sitting at 8-2.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going? We're in a new space. We're doing something new, right? How was your week, man?
It was beautiful, man. So look, so the plane ride here was a little crazy, to be honest.
Tell me why. Do we want to talk about why?
I mean, just know that everything's okay. But a particular person on the plane, they had a medical emergency. It delayed the flight. glad we got here safely. The ride was bumpy. The airplane, everything that's going on right now with air travel. There's lots of, lots of suspicious things going on.
A lot going on these days.
So I definitely prayed up while I was on the plane. But the week was good, man. We were in Charlotte. Carolina Panthers had a tree lighting ceremony. Got to take the girls there. They love doing stuff like that. Always being a part of the community. So I made sure I handled business there because I had to get to business here. Yeah. And business here is actually really fun because I just get to be with you. And be able to spend time with my guy and just be able to love on each other because that's what we get to do. That's what I look forward to on the days that we get to do this podcast. Yeah. It's a moment to connect with someone that understands you and gets you.
Yeah. This is our first time seeing each other since last year?
Yeah.
Since last year. Out here.
Around the same time of the year.
Around the same time, last year. Last time we seen each other, we walked the full campus.
The whole entire campus.
The entire campus just walking and talking about life and everything that encompasses. But again, those are the times you miss, and it's always good to see my brother.
And things have changed around here in a good way.
A great way.
A lot of apartments, a lot of hotels.
Food,
I still need to figure
restaurants.
out the food scene because I was looking for breakfast this morning. I couldn't really get my mind on it.
Since we're talking about it, I always, when I go to different places, I go to different states and I eat, I always envision, okay, where would this restaurant be good at? What other city would this be benefit? Where would this thrive? And when I'm here in Eugene, obviously you have OHOP, right? But outside of that, you don't really have anything. So I'm like, we need to bring a breakfast spot here.
Oh yeah, something that's just like off the chain. And they got Braille's. Right, Braille's is a good spot.
What was the spot right there? It was right by the bookstore.
Oh yeah. It was
Glenwood, but that's closed. It's no longer there.
They don't eat breakfast around here no more. See, that's different around here, man. They don't eat.
No,
they eat.
I went to Sabah the other day. Boy,
yeah, put it down, huh?
Boy, they had them Vietnamese wings.
Oh. You need to go there after this. You know what I wish? I wish I was able to spend some college time with you because that would have been very impactful for me, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if you
it would have been
impactful
for him too. We would all. How I see it is where we are now. We would be somewhere very similar to where we are now, but we would have had different impacts on the world.
No doubt about it. I was a wild boy in college, though.
Well, I was a little wild too. My last year, I was a little wild. Tailors, they ain't got Tailors no more.
They ain't got Tailors, the District, Taboo.
I remember Taboo. Taboo.
Taboo.
Man, the raggedy speakers in there.
Boy, Taboo, shout out to Taboo. Listen, if you know, you know. Them was the days, man. But listen. We got a game to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
We got a
big game.
Huge game to talk about. You got the USC Trojans coming in. Team sitting at 8-2.
Yeah.
2 losses being to Illinois and to Notre Dame. 2 solid losses. You got our Ducks sitting at 8-1, only loss to Indiana.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about this game.
I think it's a game that is obviously has a lot riding on it. The playoff implications are very loud here.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of opportunities at this point in the season to make up for anything that we might miss out on Saturday, right? So you got to come and you got to perform and you got to win this game. And the same for USC. The same things are on the table for them. If they win this game, now they're seen as a playoff contender.
So I got a question, not to interject, but to interject. SC sitting at 8-2. And if we look at their schedule, Purdue, Michigan State, Illinois is a loss, Michigan's a win, Notre Dame's a loss, Nebraska's a win, Northwestern's a win, Iowa's a win. So when you look at their schedule and you see them sitting at 8-2, do you think a win versus us would elevate them into that playoff picture? sitting at 8-2, if you look at the entirety of the landscape that's out there with the other 8-2 teams out there?
I think you have to consider it, right? There's still a lot of games to be played for a lot of these teams, and so a lot of moving pieces can still happen, right?
Well, we're down to the last 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, a lot of these last two weeks. So there's a lot of games
can happen. Yeah,
a lot still can happen. I mean, the better teams are playing their Rudy Poo teams, so you're not going to really ruffle any feathers in the top 8, right?
Yeah.
But as far as where they are right now, they can absolutely make a case in the sense of who they are as a team by beating Oregon, right? Oregon, I think the odds, going into this week, it was like 5.5. I think it's now at like 8.5 or something like that, right? And so people are starting to believe more in Oregon, and as that belief gets bigger, right, as far as who's going to win this game, the trajectory of the expectations of USC coming in and winning, it also grows and enhances, right? So if they end up winning that game, it does give them a bigger impact as far as, their season and how it carried on.
Now, when you look at this game for us, right, we have not had, you have the Penn State game, but now we all know what Penn State turned into. So that win, and in all reality, that win should carry weight because that team at the time was a completely different Penn State team. Yeah. But we also understand what they turned into, so we take that to the side. When you look at our schedule, our biggest win now is Iowa, right, at Iowa, which is a significant win. This game, it's imperative that we win this game.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't have anything that would keep us in that conversation. You have Northwestern, before Iowa, you have Northwestern being our best win of the season. In all reality, Northwestern is not...
Nah, they're not great, but they're better than what they have been, right?
Absolutely.
Their running game has been really good, and that's what's been keeping them in games and winning them some games. And so... but to your point, man, we don't really have the weighted. We knew going into this season, in comparison to last year, the weight of our schedule was way more lax than it has been in the past. And I think there's less room for error for Oregon Ducks. Yeah. And I like living in that space, right? Because it makes everything you do matter, and it gives you an edge.
Gives you purpose.
Gives you an edge, too. Like, everything that you do, everything that you say is intentional. I mean, we was just in there in the Mo Matrosky Center. And
the who?
What is it called? Matrosky? The Mo. The Mofrosky?
I don't know why I be doing my dog like this.
What is it called?
Mashowski.
The Mo. I said the Matrosky.
We gonna bypass it. Keep going, bro.
Boy, I ain't been here so long. But the Mo, right?
Yeah.
When you called me, I'm like, hey, man, I'm over here at the bookstore. What did I
Duck
call
store.
it?
You said the duck store.
Yeah, the duck store. But anyways, I ain't been here a long time, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, we was in there in the Mo, in the indoor practice facility. And after the team got done practicing, I realized, Coach Dan Lanning, talking to the team. Then I started seeing, leaders talking to the team as they were all taking a knee at the end of practice. And they are a unit.
1,000%.
And it's all intentionally done by Dan Lanning giving a platform to his leaders to be able to speak things into existence and to basically create an accountability, right? Because when you say something, when you talk the talk, that means you got to follow up with the what? With the walk. And he does, and so watching them at the end of practice and they go to do yoga, right? They in there doing yoga after practice.
Get the body and that mind right.
Right. So the intentionality is what I'm talking about. Everything matters. Everything that you do is to give you an edge, and you have to lean into that because there's no room for error. Yeah. Like they're not getting the love that they, that we think they should be getting. Yeah. Right. And we look at it hindsight at the season with our schedule. It might be fair to say.
It's very fair. Yeah. One thing we always say it on here. We're gonna call it what it is. We're gonna call a spade a spade. Never make something more than what it is or less than what it is. Our schedule it's been a challenging schedule, right? But when you come to the rankings and how those who hold votes, how they view it, it hasn't been a strong schedule. But one thing that is strong is the month of February for this team, right?
Yeah.
You go Iowa, you go Minnesota, you go USC, you go UW, and you're on the road at UW, which is always hard. Yesterday I was at practice and talking about playing up there. It's always a tough place to play. That is one place to where you could actually feel the noise in the stadium.
Oh, yeah.
You can feel that stadium rocking. And so when you look at the month of November for this Oregon team, this month can solidify who this team is.
Oh, yeah.
You have the number 15 team in SC, and you had a top 25 in UW prior to their last loss, which would still be, it will carry it will feel like a top 25 game. So when you look at this month of November, this is a huge month, right? And if we can come through this month unscathed and untouched and unblemished, that speaks volumes, right? And you come through this, you're absolutely 1,000% you're going to the playoffs. What we can afford, and like you said, I don't think we can afford a hiccup in this space because it's clear how the voters view us. It's clear by where they position.
They don't want you in there.
Listen, and I've said it before, if you don't like us, just say that.
Yeah.
If you don't like us, just say it, okay? But we fine with it. You know what I'm saying? One thing, all of my coaches, going back to when I played AAU ball with Charles Matthews, Coach Rob at Riverside Notre Dame here, never leave the game in the refs' hands.
Oh, no.
And so for Oregon, the refs essentially are the voters. Don't leave it up to them. Take care of business, get the job done. Go 1-0 this week, go 1-0 next week, and you solidify.
I'll take it one step further, right? If you're talking to the team, don't wait for anyone to come save you.
Yeah.
I trust you do. I trust that you will do your job, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not depending on you to come save me from doing my job. I gotta do my job.
Yeah.
Just do your job. You here to play football. You got all the resources. You got all the fans. You got everyone backing you. It's a home game. Just do your job.
Do your job.
No one's coming to save you.
No.
The refs ain't saving you. The coach ain't saving you. Shoot, the quarterback ain't saving you unless he throws you a dime, which he's going to throw you a dime. He's going to throw you a lot of dimes. He be saving a lot of people, actually.
That boy be dropping dots, okay? Shout out to I'm a Dante the Dot, man. That boy dropping.
And I'll say this. We've been, as far as like the games that we've like played and we watched, like, man, that was a grinding type of game that they had to experience because of the weather.
Yeah.
Right? You look at the weather that Oregon has had to play in certain elements, they've been able to rise above those circumstances and in ways in ways that we've just been like, wow, that's a good football team. Like you have to run the ball, and when you have to run the ball, and people know you have to run the ball, and you still do it at a high level. Iowa was what? The giving up 70-something yards a game.
What Oregon did to Iowa was the first time I think somebody had ran the ball since like 2014.
Yeah, see,
2014.
So.
How old was you in 2014? Don't answer that question.
Relax. But to my point, how I stand here right now, I don't think we know how good they are. I think they are actually better than what people are anticipating.
You know what I like about that? And everything in sports is about peaking. This team has not peaked. This team is still climbing.
Yeah.
This team is still figuring out ways to win games. This team is winning games that the quote-unquote smart individuals, the know-it-alls.
Yeah, the gurus.
The gurus of the game thought that they would lose. Iowa, going on the road to Penn State. Everybody thought that Oregon would lose that game going up to Happy Valley in a whiteout. Found a way to win. Overtime. Big plays made. They've done that throughout this entire season. Again, facing inclement weather.
Yeah. Terrible.
Awful weather and still finding ways to win, and those are the signs of a good football team on their way to be great. And so I love the fact that we are where we're at. I love that we still have room to grow. I love that we're still peaking. I love that we can't look at this team and be like, that's the best version of this team that we're going to get.
Yeah.
I love the fact that we can listen, we're banged up.
Banged up.
But everybody in the country is banged up at this time of the year. But you're that next man up mentality.
Yeah.
Like you're still finding guys to come in and make plays. You see J-Mac, coming in, making plays. Iowa game and every game after that, you see Malik Benson, who has really been, in my opinion, been a guy all season long, coming in and making plays. Gary Bryant Jr. goes down. Now you see Cooper coming into the game. Now Lowe coming in. You see all these different guys, but guys that are capable. So I love where this team is at currently.
Yeah.
I love that we have not seen the best version of this team.
I think we are probably the most ready team in all of college football.
Break that down and give everybody,
everything that you just said. It's the next man up mentality. Those guys have to be ready.
Absolutely.
And how do you get ready? You have to have good coaching. You have to have a good philosophy, right? And you have to be able to communicate, right? And I think when you talk about being ready, like you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You're not calling up guys that are like, oh man, I'm a deer in headlights. No, thank you. I've been waiting.
And not only that, right? You talk about the coaches, but you got to talk about the player as well,
right?
Because you're sitting behind a Decorian.
Yeah.
You're sitting behind a Gary Bryant Jr.
Yeah.
You're sitting behind Malik Benson. You're sitting behind J-Mac, and even the guys that that are behind Benson, that are behind Decorian. You get to your 2 and 3 spots. Mentally, you still have to stay locked in.
Yep.
Mentally, you still have to develop. And then you look at Coop, a guy that wasn't seeing much playing time, but now thrust into the fire.
What kind of mentality is that? A guy, what type of personality check needs to happen for a guy to maintain that type of composure?
You got to know that this is you're one play away every time you step onto that field, whether it's the practice field or the game field. And we've experienced that in-house, right? You've experienced injuries happening off the game field. So you got to understand, listen, I'm one play away. My time, my chance may come unexpectedly.
Yeah.
But when it comes, it's like my father always tells me, son, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
Because if you have to get ready, it's a chance that it may be too late and the moment will pass you by. And so that's the mentality, that's the mindset of a guy that knowing, listen, I know my time's not right now, but it can come.
Yeah.
And I say this, listen, plenty of guys have gotten there before me. It doesn't mean that they're better than me. They just got there before me.
Yep, that's a good way to put it.
So, you got to wait your time and stay in developmental mode. And so when you talk about the coaches, I always go back to my time here in spring and I look at...
Hold on 1 second.
Talk to me. What is it?
I think it was that donut sugar.
It's in my beard the whole time.
I just saw it.
Boy. I am my brother's keeper, okay? Are you your brother's keeper?
Boy, that mic was covering it. I was like, oh, wait, nope.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's my brother right there, people. But no, when you talk about this coaching staff and these players, you talk about development. I look at Dier.
Yeah.
I look at Brandon Finney Jr. Like primarily focusing on going back to spring ball, you could not have told me that those two dudes would be where they are. Going back to spring ball, you would not have told me, and I would have believed that Brandon Finney Jr. would probably be a freshman All-American.
Yeah.
But he is. He's arguably one of the best corners in the country.
Yeah, he's one of the best.
Definitely one of the best corners in the Big Ten.
Oh, not one. Listen, before it's all said and done.
Oh, no doubt. If he continues on this...
He is a top 5 draft pick. You hear me?
Listen, I'm with you. I'm right with you. Look, I was on the phone with my brother, and we were having a conversation. He works for PCC, and so he general manager of different plants. And I was like, are you still on the same? Are you on path to, reach your numbers? Are you still moving in that direction? He said, I'm not moving in that direction. I'm on trajectory. I said, oh, so I said, oof. I said, you just said something right there.
Yeah. Ascension.
Okay.
What does a duck do?
What? Okay. If Brandon Finney Jr. continues on this trajectory, and continues to grow and develop, there's no doubt, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it that he will be a top 5, top 10 draft pick.
And especially the way they want him now, like they want bigger corners. They want guys that have length, but it's more than that. It's a mentality.
Yeah.
And when I see my guy out there moving,
boom. Okay. Look, it's not only that. Look, I'm so glad we're having this conversation. You want to talk about a dude that is competitive.
Yeah.
So last night I'm hanging out with some of the coaches, and we're talking, and we get to talking about Brandon Finney, and I'm like, bro, dude is phenomenal.
Yeah.
They said he's so competitive, and so they started was like, bro will literally cry if you catch a pass on him. I started laughing, and they said, no. Like, no, seriously, we'll come to tears. That's how much he cares.
It matters. Yeah.
That's how much it matters. Like, that's how.
Sign him up right now.
That's
protect that young man,
bro. Listen, that's what it means to him.
Yeah,
like he wants to be shut down. He does not want you catching anything on him. When it does, it affects him. You talk about the development from the coaching standpoint, but also the development of these players, you know, that they take on themselves and the time they get in. But let's jump into this SC game.
Yeah, we this is, again, it's a do or die as far as playoff for us.
For both. SC can't afford to lose another game. If they lose this game, they drop to 8-3. They're absolutely out of the
barbecue
picture.
chicken.
Barbecue chicken. Barbecue so good make you want to smack your mama. If you know, you know, and I bet some of y'all don't know the movie.
Friday.
But so when coming into this game, right, Oregon has won 7 of the last 10. This is, I think, SC's first time being here in quite some time. And you know it's gonna be loud.
It's gonna be loud.
I need it loud and ratchet.
I need all the music, all the sound, not only that. I need shout to be like, I need it to rumble.
I need us to come out to see murder, forget them people.
Wow.
I definitely changed the words, but
yeah.
I don't, you know, everybody, and I love this about our fan base, but everybody talks about our fan base and they say how nice they are. I know our fan base. I've heard our fan base, so
not all of y'all too
not
nice.
all of y'all, but listen, for this game, I don't want y'all to be nice.
Yeah.
For SC, I don't want you to be nice. I don't want you to be friendly. I don't want you to smile and, hey, how you doing? Nah, we coming to put you in the dirt. That's y'all came up here to go to your own funeral.
Yeah.
That's what I need from the fan base.
Yeah, I need that. We need that type of energy. If you see crimson and gold, whatever the colors they are, red and gold, if you see them, give them a little stank face. Say something nasty to them. It's okay.
Like
it's
what?
just for a day.
What would you have them say? Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Now, speaking about this game, right? There's a couple things about SC that are areas of concern for me.
Do you think do you think offense, defense, like which one is the better piece of their team?
Their offense by far.
Okay. And tell me why.
When you look at their offense, you have Lane, you have Lemon, you have King Miller. We have not faced I don't think we faced an offense as high powered as SC's.
Yeah, especially with Lemon, right?
Yeah, both of them dudes.
Yeah.
Both of them dudes. They got some guys at receiver.
Yeah.
And they got a guy at running back. And so I'm very interested in that matchup and how we will match up because they're elite. One thing about SC, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you your flowers where flowers are needed. They're gonna put some receivers out. That's one thing they're gonna do. They're gonna have some boys at that receiver spot. I remember going back to my time, you had Marquise Lee, you had Woods, you had Nelson Aguilar. All dudes that balled out in the NFL. Like when Drake London came through there a little while after, they're going to have some receivers, and that's what they have this year. So I'm very interested in that matchup and how we're going to do versus two really primetime receivers.
Yeah, I think we're going to have the secondary is definitely going to have
they're going to have
the hands full. But one of the things that I feel good about, you know, a lot of people haven't really been giving our pass rush much love. because it doesn't really the things that they do. You know, you got Amari Washington, you got Tuioti, Mateo, Bear. You know, these guys
Purchase coming off the sideline.
What doesn't show up on the stat line is the fact that when we play teams, the quarterbacks are getting the ball out fast. Why? Because they have to.
The pressure coming.
The pressure's coming. So if you look at it, I think, you know, their quarterback, I think on average it's like, you know, Mayava, he has 3 seconds on average as far as what it's going to take to get the ball out. We giving quarterbacks, they getting the ball out when they play us around 2.4 seconds.
Getting that thing out.
Getting it out. So it's a different level of, I think, expectations that I think we're going to see out of USC. I don't think we're going to see that firepower offense. I don't necessarily think we're going to see them call plays how they've been calling plays against other teams, because if they do, it's going to be a bloodbath.
But here's what I'll say. They can't afford to not be who they are. That's the worst thing in the world USC would do, would come in here and try and change their identity for one game. That would be the worst thing in the world. That would be the worst thing in the world that you could do. You have to get Mekhi Lemon the ball. This dude is averaging 109 yards a game at the receiver spot. Right after him, Jacoby is, again, another elite receiver. You have to. Then Jaden Mayava, dual threat quarterback. Speed, can run the ball, can deliver the ball, makes mistakes at times, but it would do them a disservice, in my opinion, to come in here and try and change who they are and who they've been, because who they are and who they have been is what has gotten them to 8-2.
Yeah, and so the way they do get the ball to him, right, to Lemon for sure, right, is fast-paced offense, 2-minute drill in the game, right? That's where they eat chunks, because he plays softer coverage. The difference here is what I'm saying is that defensive line, this quarterback is getting the ball out. He's averaging 3 seconds. He's going to hold on to it too long. And we will get home. We're going to
get home.
And it's going to be, and so it's going to be a different type of game, and it's going to turn into a different type of game plan because of that. What did you just say?
No, you good, go ahead.
Oh, but like I lost my train of thought.
Focus, boy. Focus.
Dang.
Come on, get it together.
Oh, as far as USC goes, right? Like the way they play on the way they play away games. I saw this stat line, KB. Average points per game when they play at home, 45.3 points per game.
Okay.
That's USC, right? That's a good high power football team, right? Away games, 27.5 points per game.
Oh, that's a major drop.
That's a major drop, right? Home points allowed, 19 points allowed. Away, 25 points allowed.
Okay. Well,
yards per play on offense, 8 yards per play.
At home?
At home. 6 yards per play.
So what you're telling me, they ain't the same.
They ain't the same.
What they say, they two got two different
when
faces.
they come here to Eugene, Oregon, to Autzen Stadium, it's not going to be the same game plan.
Enough about them, okay? Enough about... Listen, I'm trying to be respectful these days, right?
Yeah, you are.
I'm trying to be respectful because I could get especially when it comes to USC. I
can get real disrespectful.
I could dive into disrespect, and I could really get real California in this thing, and really set this thing. I could get real project-ish.
What does this game mean to you? I mean, you're a guy that has had a record-breaking performance in USC territory.
When you say record-breaking, 321-5.
Yeah, what does that mean? 3, 2, 1, 5. Those are random numbers to me, and maybe to some people that are listening to this. Maybe they need to know. Maybe need to educate them. Maybe there'll be a highlight reel behind the audio of us talking about what you did to the USC Trojans back in the day.
Well, 321-5. It means a lot to the USC record books, right? It means a lot. a young man in 2012 stormed LA with his fellow Duckies and stamped his name in the legacy of USC forever.
Oh, really?
Rushing for the most yards by an opponent, 321 yards. Scoring the most touchdowns by an opponent, 5.
Wow.
Also stamping himself in the Oregon record books.
Wow.
The greatest single game rushing performance.
Yeah.
I actually did that twice. I scored 5 touchdowns twice in my career.
In college?
Yeah.
That man is a criminal.
Yeah, I actually did that twice.
Who was the other team?
New Mexico State.
Okay, that was supposed to happen.
Mike was
Mexico.
going. Listen, if it was supposed to happen, a whole lot of people would have did it before me.
But it would have. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
If it was supposed to happen, a lot of people would have did it before me, and only one had done it before me.
But really, what I'm saying is that you doing it against USC.
Yeah, that means more.
It means more.
It means way more. And so this game. So I grew up watching SC. I was an SC fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I grew up watching, we were just going down the list of names. I grew up, Ray Malaluga was one of my favorite players of all times. I love Ray.
Played in the Army All-American game with him.
That's who made me a fan of USC football.
Yeah.
Then you had Lindell White, you had Reggie Bush, you had Matt Leinart, you had Dwayne Jarrett,
Mike Williams,
Mike, who I still talk to the Mike, my dude.
Yeah,
Mike, my dude. So shout out to Mike Williams. You had all these different cats.
Brian Cushion.
Animal, violent.
Yeah.
Troy. You go further back. You go OJ. You go you Digger. You got all these. Not Dickerson. Damn, I'm forgetting the legend name. Wow. Tony Allen.
Yeah.
Tony Allen. You like the legacy of USC is so rich.
Yeah.
So for me, being a Southern California kid.
And to be in there in the Coliseum, though, right?
Yeah, not only that, but bro, we're from right down the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're from the Nickerson Garden Housing Projects,
yeah,
which is right down the street. So this is literally home.
Yeah.
So for me, like this game, it was already we all have those games. So for you, it was Washington.
Yeah,
right?
It was Washington.
You know, so for me, it was UCLA. For me, it was USC. And then once, you know, my boys from back home start going to SC, and then everybody's a SC fan. It was always a lot of jaw jacking. It was always a lot of chopping. My dad lost friends behind USC and me. So this game,
they still not friends.
They cool. Well, listen, you can only say so much about somebody's son.
Once you show me,
I gotta believe
I know you.
Show me once you show me who you are. I gotta believe it.
Yeah, the first time.
So this game to me, bro, was everything. So especially I had played against SC only one time before my senior year because I got hurt in 2010. I had that concussion, so I missed that game. And so then it was in 2011 and then 2012.
Yeah.
So I'd only played them 3 times in my career, so I missed a year and then had my last 2 years. So I didn't get to play when we played in 2009, and that was out at SC. But my boy LaMike put on a show. Boy, he put on a show in 2009. Put on an absolute show. He had me so geeked up on this. It's a picture somewhere. I was hollering at Sharice Wright. Shout out to Sharice. I know so many cats from there, bro. So I'm getting at Sharice because Sharice was chirping. Like, well, he out. Y'all can't stop him.
Yeah.
You can't stop him. He doing what he want to do.
Mike do what he want to do.
Mike was...
I'm the governor.
Yeah, I do this. Shout out to LMJ. But this game was everything, especially being able to go back home. Like, this is the first time that my family is going to be able to see me play SC
all
back
of your
there.
family, too.
Yeah, back home. Not only my family, but my friends, you know, my coaches. It was probably no lie, no exaggeration. I probably had 30 or 40 people there. I didn't give them tickets.
I was about to say.
But that came it was my first time back in SoCal that they were able to see me play outside of UCLA, but nobody really cares about.
UCLA. Ookla.
But no, this game meant everything to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like this was that game. And every player has we talk about the rivalry game with Oregon State. That wasn't my rivalry.
Yeah.
Like, you buy into it, right? Because you came to the University of Oregon.
But every player that comes to a school and gets an opportunity to play, you know, their home state where they grew up, That's their true rivalry.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, we actually have UW next week. We'll talk about it. But there was always this mystique, right, about being able to showcase what you are now and what people are missing out on.
Listen.
And being able to do it there as opposed to them coming here. They came here, it was like, okay, playing UW and Autzen.
It's different.
And when you get to go to their house and stand on their couch with muddy shoes.
Put my feet on your sofa.
and you able to leave out of there and saying, I can hold my head high because I earned it.
Yeah, listen, I was coming home to put on 1,000%. And my mentality I knew I was going to have a good game.
Yeah.
I 1,000% knew I was going to have a good game. I didn't, again, I will never say, and I always say, I will never say I knew I was going to run for 300 yards.
Yeah.
Which really should have been 400.
I was about to say, you were talking offline, you said you should have had 400.
I should have 400 yards. I'm like, if you go back and watch
but you
the
was
tape,
being nice.
boy, I almost cursed. I almost made Ryan do some editing. Man. Oh, lucky I'm trying to honor my mother and my father right now.
Honor.
Oh, but I want to let it out. Oh. Ryan, edit that out.
Did it make you feel good though?
It did.
Nice.
Oh, but I meant that. I wish you could feel what I feel internally right now. I don't like them.
Yeah.
It was always a lot of talk, and I remember we played.
Did they offer you?
They came in, so...
They came in late.
Once Oregon offered me, that's when the floodgates opened.
Mm-hmm.
It was a coach at SC by the name of Coach Sweaty at the time. He hit me, KB, what's up? Real cool. SC had they had the coolest coaching staff in the world. Like, KB, what's up, bro? What's up? It's Coach Sweaty at SC, man. How we trying to get you down here? We trying to get you down here, come in. Ain't nobody got to know. Come in on a visit, we show you around, see what you like. And, we trying to get you here. I said, okay, I'm committed to Oregon.
Click.
But they wasn't the only ones. UCLA came on, and shout out to Coach Neusenhower. I always say his name wrong. Mm-hmm. How you say his name? Neusenhower. Coach Neusen. How do you say it?
Yeah, Neusenhower.
Yeah.
You talking about UCLA at the time?
Yeah. He came on, but he was so. He said, "Listen, I understand that you're committed to Oregon, and we don't want to do anything, but we would love for you to come. We would love for you to be here. We want you. You're a SoCal kid. We would hate for you to leave SoCal. I'm already gone." You talked about something a little earlier as far as like, it's one thing if it would have happened. And sometimes I was like, I wish I could have had that game here in Autzen. Mm-hmm. I wish the home fans could have seen that, because I could hear the cheers, I could hear the crowd. But it's something about doing it where you're from.
Yeah,
it means so much more. Not that it wouldn't have meant the world doing it here, but being where I'm from, right down the street,
the story travels different.
Man, like you're legendary.
Yeah, now you got USC fans remembering Kenjon Barner from experience.
Listen, some of your kids hate me, and I'm fine with that.
Or they love them.
They don't love me. They can't love me after what I did to them boys. Listen, that was a nightmare, massacre.
I think there's probably at least one or two kids that said, "Mommy, I want one of them Oregon jerseys."
Probably. Oh, yeah,
over there
man.
converting Trojan fans into Duck fans.
Real talk, I get love from that game. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Right after Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, I was about to say, tell us about Lane Kiffin.
So I'm getting ready after the game. Tom comes in and he was like, "Hey,
what'd you wear? Travel suit?"
Yeah, we have to wear travel suits.
Okay.
And he's like, "Somebody want to talk to you outside." And I'm like, "I'm getting dressed. Like, we about to leave." He said, "No, you go talk to him." I'm like, "Who is it?" He said, "Lane Kiffin wants to talk to you." So I go. Literally right outside the locker room, I'm like, "What's going on?" Hello? Can I help you? He's like, "Man," he said, "I just want to come shake your hand." He was like, that was one of the greatest performances I've ever witnessed firsthand. He said, "I've never seen a guy run the ball like that." He said, "I want to come shake your hand and tell you, man, you did a hell of a job."
Wow.
I was like, "Appreciate you." And that meant a lot for me from the opposing coach.
Yeah, usually you might catch a handshake, little congrats on the field.
Yeah, but
this man left his locker room to come to see you.
Meant a lot.
That's huge,
a lot.
man.
Meant a lot to me. I always got love for Lane, always. So it was just one of the moments. But and me and Huff was talking on Instagram the other day. It should have been a 400-yard game, too.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
So you was jump cutting too much, huh?
Not staying patient enough. Not staying patient enough is
slow too fast through. Then
Boy,
if you would have had slow too fast through.
I didn't know that then. Where was you? This is why alum need to come back around.
That is true.
Yeah, because y'all could teach us that. I didn't know slow too fast through.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was pew.
I'm gone.
I'm out of there.
Oh, I don't see
I'm out of
it.
there.
I'm out.
If I would have had some tempo to my game, boy, I would have.
See them linebackers, man. Where they at?
Yeah, so but that game was, again, it was legendary. It put me in the record books, put me in the history books. Arguably one of the greatest performances of all time.
Yeah.
This game means a lot to me every single year, even while not playing. It still means a lot. Like, beat them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's just an LA thing, you know what I'm saying? Bragging rights.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Trojans. The Trojans like to go back and forth online with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason. I always tell them, look, this is nothing that
it's because they know that you hold something over their head.
Listen, I made it. I walked in your trap and took over your trap. I made it mine.
Yeah.
I took your girl.
Oh. Whoa.
But no, so we talked enough about the Trojans. Let's get into us, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not about USC. It's not about Jacoby. It's not about Mayava. It's not about any of those guys. It's about the Ducks. So when you look at this game, who are the guys that need to step up in order for us to go out and get this W?
All right, I'm gonna start on offense.
Okay. You want to go one for one?
Yeah. Let's go back and forth.
Back and forth. Go. Yeah. You drop this thing on.
I'm gonna go with Kenjon Sadiq.
Okay.
You know, last week against Minnesota, he was able to put a magnificent performance out of 12 personnel. They said, "Hey, we're gonna dial your number up." Decorian Moore being out with injuries, they decided to go a lot more 12 personnel. You know, the tight ends got very active, and Dante Moore was able to find him on a lot of occasions. And so I would expect him to still be a huge part of this offense moving forward for the rest of the season. My expectation's not for him to be a 100-yard receiver every game, because as you know, the other guys, they prepare for opponents as well. Yeah. But what I will say is he's going to continue to be even more of an impact than he was earlier in the season.
Okay. I like that. I'm going to go to the opposite side of the ball.
Okay.
Yin and yang here, right? I'm going to go to the secondary.
Okay.
And I would love to go to Brandon Finney Jr., but I'm not.
Who you going to go?
Dylan Thieneman.
Oh, yeah.
He has to be the guy to get everybody lined up, make sure they're in position. I need a big game from him. I need a pick, DT. Yeah. I need a pick.
One of them Penn State closers?
Yeah. And I want an opener and a closer.
Opener and a closer. I want an opener in the first half. I want an opener in the second half, and I need that thing closed out.
Yeah.
So 3 picks?
I would love that. I would love that. But I would Dylan Thieneman for me.
Yeah.
This is a guy that not only, obviously gets involved in the passing game, but he's a guy that comes down and plays the run pretty well. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for him to have a big game.
Okay. I'm going to stay on that side of the ball, too, on this next one. Mateo.
Yeah.
You know, Tuioti has been out there.
Boy, that boy been out there and acting
crazy.
Fool.
Okay?
Shout out to Tony T.
And a lot of that comes from, you know, the success that Mateo has on the field, right? Like, when you have guys that have proven themselves to be that guy that you game plan for, it opens up a door for other guys to make an impact as well. And that's what makes guys a special player. It's not necessarily all the time you getting the stat, right? But what I would like to see from him this game, which I think we will, is that motor. I need that motor out of him. There's been a couple games, last couple games, right? You're playing inferior opponents. there's certain plays where you see like, why are you going down the line? You ain't got no business down there. You know, just so playing disciplined ball and having that motor, because you're going to get to the quarterback this week.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of times, you know, guys have success. He had so much success getting to the quarterback last year. It doesn't necessarily show up on film the way he might want it.
Yeah.
This is that game. That quarterback going to hold on to that ball, Kenyon. And when he does, that 0.5 extra seconds is a mistake. Okay?
I'm not
and
mad.
so I'm thinking, you know, Mateo coming in full effect, knowing what this game means. It's you back home in Autzen Stadium, and you got to let this thing. You really fighting for a playoff, but also home games.
Yeah.
During playoffs.
Yeah.
So like this to me is huge.
And I'm going to. Are we picking on the defense, or we just expect? We just
expecting. We want a shutout.
That would be nice. But I'm gonna stay right there on that defensive side of the ball. And again, I could go Brandon Finney Jr., but I'm not. I'm going opposite of him. I'm going with Iffy and Theron.
Okay.
Because I expect Brandon Finney Jr. to be Brandon Finney Jr. I
want you to lock it down like you always do.
I expect him to be him. I expect nothing less than that, especially in a game like this. Finally, really, you had Surratt at Indiana, right? But now you have solidified yourself as the guy.
Yeah.
So I expect him to be the guy in this game. But I need his counterparts. I need Iffy. I need Theron. I need you guys to lock down, because I expect Brandon Finney Jr., I expect him to follow Lemon. And so that leaves Jacoby.
Yeah.
And if Brandon Finney Jr. takes care of what he needs to take care of, that leaves Iffy and Theron on that island with Jacoby.
Yeah.
And so I need something from those two guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody else?
I'm going back to the offensive side of the ball.
Okay.
Dante Moore.
Got to.
Listen, they forgot about you, boy. They forgot about you.
They couldn't have after he reminded them last week.
They reminded him.
That boy went 27 for 30.
He went off against Minnesota. But they forgot about him before Minnesota, okay? They stopped talking about you. You ain't got to pay attention to it. Hope you're not paying attention to it, but I take offense to it. So I'm going to talk about it. I need you to come out here during the week that Marcus Mariota's back in town.
Hall of Fame.
Heisman, Hall of Fame ceremony this weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to Heisman. Shout out to Marcus. Shout out to Aronis going into the Hall of Fame this weekend, this Saturday, tomorrow, Friday night, actually.
Friday night.
Shout out to them guys. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, brother.
No, man. Shout out. But this is the week to do it.
Yeah, this the week.
This is the perfect week to basically go up there or go out here, Autzen Stadium, and make sure you let everybody know who the Heisman guy is, right? This performance, you can go out there and shut them out. You can go out there and throw the ball blazing. But you're going to have to do it in a certain way, right? And I need it to lead. It cannot be any doubt who's in control of the game, right? When you hand the ball off, it has to be done a certain way. Poise, as you do. But this game, with the Trojans in town, when you doing it, I need that look. Okay? I need that look every time you do something like, yes, I'm him. Okay? I need the Himothy mindset. Okay?
Because you are him.
Because you are him.
You are him.
And so when the game is over, and you have your 4 touchdowns, you have your 350 yards passing, and our running backs out there doing their thing, and they just, plugging and pulling, doing what they do, right? Because it's supposed to be good weather.
Yeah.
And when it's good weather, ducks of a feather.
Flock together.
Okay? And so this game,
that was deep.
if what I'm trying to say, Kenyon, this is our game. This is Dante Moore's game. This is where he gets to showcase again to the world who he was and who he still is.
I like that.
Okay, and what that does for Oregon going forward in playoffs, it now provides a whole new confidence.
Yeah.
Because they're going to play UW next week. And, yeah, we know we're going to talk and say, hey, man, you're going to have to dial in because it's still UW and things can go sideways. But we know that this game is the confidence that they're going to need going forward in the playoffs. And if they want to make it to the chip, they're going to need to make sure they have this film to look back at.
I like that. My final individual or individuals that need to do their part and has to do their part. Not the players.
Hey.
I'm talking to you, Autzen.
Hey, Autzen Stadium.
I'm talking to Autzen Stadium. I need us to just flash back to how loud that Ohio State game was last season.
Year.
Arguably the loudest game that has ever been played in Autzen Stadium. Me and Stu were standing right next to each other and could not hear each other. And so I need y'all to do y'all part. I'm expecting a big game from y'all. I'm expecting y'all to bring the ruckus, to bring the noise, to bring the pain. I'm expecting false start after false start after false start.
Yes.
And every time they false start, I'm expecting you to get louder and louder and louder and louder. You good over there?
I'm invested.
Yeah, that's what I need. So I need Autzen Stadium to have a big game. I need Autzen Stadium to make their presence felt. I need Autzen Stadium to remind not only be respectful, the USC, not only
guys
remind
down
them
there in Southern California.
Yeah, I need Autzen not only to remind them of who they are, but also I need Autzen to remind the world that this is the loudest stadium, not in Oregon, not on the West Coast, not in the Big Ten, but in the country.
Yeah.
So that is my X factor.
I love that.
That's my X factor.
Because it truly is. Those penalties, yeah, I need 10 of those.
10?
I need 10.
That boy said 10.
Give me 10. Drop it, give me 10. It happens. Okay? I've seen, what game did I just see a stat line of? Might have been NFL. What team was that? Somebody had 17 penalties.
Jeez.
Yeah, disgust.
Over and under. Oregon is a 10.5-point favorite. It went up.
It went up.
It went up.
Now, see, before they all started, it might have just went up. You just checked it?
Yeah, just checked it. It's 10.5.
It was 8.5 earlier.
And we sitting at 10.5.
Hey, a lot of believers out there. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you something. What happens when everybody starts to believe in you? What do you have to do?
You gotta, what they said, something in noise. You gotta
cancel.
What's the saying? What's wrong with you mute the noise?
Block out the noise.
You gotta block out the, jeez.
Yeah, you gotta cancellate. You gotta cancellations.
Boy, we in here getting whooped. Don't worry about it. You gotta block out the noise, Stu.
Block out the noise.
Block out the noise. That's what we gotta do.
And the noise is, Oregon is a good football team.
We are, but just don't buy into it.
Yeah, the
just
noise.
Don't buy into it.
Block out the noise. But yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
I'm taking 10.5.
I like it, and I'm right with you. Well, good people. That's all we got time for. I get to tell my dog in person, Stu, I love you.
Love you, dog.
And as always, ducks of a feather flock together, and we out. Go Ducks, baby.